In the immediacy of loss, it's hard to find anything to appreciate about fire. And the paradox is that without fire, we don't have the forest that we want. We are going to have more fire in the future. The projections are for 2 to 5 times as much area to burn. So we as a society is going to have to learn how to live with fire and smoke.
We've talked a lot about just sort of the paradox between sort of loss and awe in these environments, and how much of what you do is educating others on how not to be fearful, but to also see the positive residue and how that can actually impact their lives in a better way if they allow themselves to be open to prescribed burns.
So I've been looking for ways to communicate more about the opportunity and the awe and the value and what there is to celebrate about fire. Bringing it into a studio makes people think differently than if they just see it as a burning forest on a TV.
There's a strange and unexpected beauty in it, and I think that's what we're trying to capture. Not necessarily offering people the answers per se, but just trying to give voice to sort of those tensions that happen. My role is to not restate the science, is to interpret it, respond to it, build something creative off of it. And I mean, yeah, I think there's going to be people who are going to come to the show for every piece and say, I expected it to be exactly what I assumed the science was, like facts or things. But all you've offered really is there's a lot of questions that we're living through, and we're trying to negotiate our way around.
You know, this was a log we found in the forest under the snow bank that we pulled out, and she stood it up, and it became something quite different.
We don't need to have a show that has a bunch of fire and things, you know, exploding to get people excited. Instead, we just need to show the residue of it and then how to kind of build a comfortable space off of that.
If they can reflect on what they see here and have further conversations about fire, we'll be immensely successful.